Hey, what's up you guys, it is Fortune and welcome back to another Minecraft mod review, and today we are going to be looking at the sync mod for Minecraft 1.12.2. So yeah, as always, if you guys do enjoy it, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe and hit the notification bell, and let's get into it. So this is a really cool mod, and I'm going to show you guys how to craft everything first, and then we'll get into how to actually use the mod after. But firstly, we'll start off with the sync core, which is something you're going to need quite a few of for all of these shells and stuff, and you're going to need a few of these, as I've said. But there are two different recipes, and the reason for that is this is the regular recipe and this is the hardcore recipe, because essentially this mod allows you to have extra lives in hardcore, and we'll get into how that works later. But for the regular recipe, it is 2 daylight sensors, a lapis lazuli block, 2 nether quartz, an ender pearl, 2 emeralds, and a block of redstone. And then for the hardcore one, it's pretty much the same thing, so 2 daylight sensors, 2 quartz, 1 lapis block, 1 redstone block, 2 emeralds, but a beacon instead in the center, and you'll get yourself one of these sync cores. So the next few items, there are only like 4 items added by this mod, but the next one we're going to make is the Shell Constructor, which is a really integral piece of technology in the whole mod. It's basically how you make the shells, which I'll explain what that is later, but that is made with a sync core, 4 obsidian, 1 redstone dust, and 3 glass planes, like so. Then we have the treadmill, and this is essentially used as like the power source in the mod. You can also use RF generating sources for this, like you can place the energy cubes from thermal expansion by them as well if that's enabled in the config and stuff, but that's also stuff that we'll get into later. And that's made with a daylight sensor, an iron bar, 2 black carpets, 2 obsidian, and a piece of redstone. And the final thing you may need during using this mod is the shell storage, and this is made with a sync core, 4 obsidian, a weighted pressure plate heavy, a block of iron, and 2 glass panes. Okay guys, so let's get to actually, showing you how to use this mod. And the first thing we're going to need to do is actually place down this Shell Constructor here, and this is how you basically make the duplicates of yourself. And then you're going to need one of these treadmills, and essentially what you're going to do is you're going to grab a pig or a wolf, and you are just going to basically grab a lead and then right click it on the treadmill and it'll start running. And then basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk up to the Shell Constructor, and it will start actually placing down these white dots, which is the basis of it making a copy of you. And this will take about 12 minutes with 1 treadmill, but you can speed this up by adding multiple treadmills to it. So if I go ahead and do that, you can see I've got a pig on there, and then I can also just go ahead and add a wolf onto there. And for some reason he's not running. It happens sometimes. You just have to like take them off and then put them back on, or yeah, there you go. And as you can see, that's speeding up significantly now, and this will eventually turn into a copy of me. So a few things I want to mention about this process. It can be done with RF, provided it is turned on in the configs, and if you guys want to know more about that, I suggest you check out the Feed the Beast wiki on this, and it'll tell you about the configs and stuff. I don't want to get too much into that because I'm just covering the base mod, not the RF version of it. But 1 pigawatt, which is what these things are generating, so they go from 2 pigawatts to 4 pigawatts over this time of 10 minutes. When it reaches 4 pigawatts, these things start smoking and the pigs start running faster. And 2 pigawatts is the equivalent of 1 RF, so it takes half the amount of RF to make one of these, but obviously this is a very renewable, easy power source. So I'm just going to go ahead and wait for this to build up, and then we'll be back. So there you go, we have a copy of me. He's pretty good looking if you ask me, but essentially this guy does not do much on his own at the moment. He's not very useful. It's just a duplicate of yourself. You're now actually going to need this shell storage here, and you'll see there's a little light here that's red. That means it's not currently active. If I place a block of redstone next to it, it's now actually active, and you do actually have to have this thing powered for it to work. But essentially what I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk into this shell storage, kind of drag my mouse up and do a left click, and it'll send me into the air, and I'm going to enter this body now of this sync chamber here that I've just made. And as you can see, I have none of my inventory. I also have none of my XP levels, and also it's an individual of game mode. So basically I'm a completely new character essentially. It's like a blank slate of yourself. And now essentially what this guy does is, if I broke this now, I would actually lose the body. But if I go ahead and set up another one of these, I can go ahead and just jump back into that body now. And there you go, I'm back with all these items, and now I can actually destroy this clone either by destroying this machine or simply by taking away the power power source, like so, and as you can see, he is completely gone. So now I have no clones of myself, but I can go ahead and start making another one if I want to. These things can also be powered by RF, and in some cases have to be powered by RF. It depends on the config settings. In some mod packs, especially hardcore ones, it probably will want you to use RF to power these, because it'll make it a little more difficult, because you've got to keep constant power source coming to it to have extra lives, and I've seen a few mod packs that actually do that. So yeah, and also if you die, so if I go ahead and make a clone of myself real quick. So as I was saying, now if I actually die now, I will actually return to that shell and my clone will be broken essentially. So I will now actually end up here, and that acts as a second life in a hardcore world, or just as a point of return if you are in a regular world. Oh, and one thing I thought I'd mention for reference, this is what max speed of the treadmills look like. As you can see, there's smoke particles coming off and the pigs are running really fast. Well, okay guys, I'd like to thank you for watching. This is a really cool mod, so I definitely recommend you guys check it out. And as always, if you guys did enjoy it, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe and hit the notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.